Hey crew, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks. And I know you might be getting tired of the BIKEFEST updates, but there's been more relevant news this morning. So this is Thursday, the 9th of September, and so I'm recording this morning. I'm going to try and get this video out today, and I want to give you the latest news on BIKEFEST. There's some hope. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video earlier this week because news came out on Monday, on Labor Day, that a permit was not issued for the bikes to park in the center lane at the Strip, and that there was no open container permit issued, which would put a significant impact on people's ability to enjoy BIKEFEST down at the Strip. Lots of other entertainment and other venues and things going on. We're specifically talking about the Strip, which is a few blocks from Bagnell Dam up, where there's a lot of bars and entertainment happens and nightlife, things like that. People go down there and sit and eat, walk up and down the Strip, look at all the bikes, that kind of stuff. And usually there's an open container law. There's beer gardens that you can be outside in the edge of the street and look at the bikes and watch people ride by and just hang out and have a good time. Those things are right now have not been permitted and are not allowed at the moment. Now, the chief of police for Lake of the Ozarks came out in an article that was released on Monday that disclosed all this information, and he said that he would have tow trucks standing by and that he would be towing motorcycles if they parked in the center lane, and it would be sending a message. He has been openly against the open container, the center lane, I think against BIKEFEST. He has been promoting the no color signs that many bars have up and stuff. I don't want to get into my opinion on this matter too much till after I read you this information. I want to get you the facts. If you want to stay around and see my opinion and what I think about this, then don't go anywhere. Now, this is a screenshot that I'm going to read to you that was sent to me. It appears to be a comment made by the mayor. I know it's made by him. I just don't know if it was a comment on someone else's page or in a group or where the post originally came from. It is not on his official blog and website or on his official Facebook page as the mayor. It's a comment he made, though. It has his profile picture. It looks like him. Let's read the comment and share the news with you. I met with Chief Lauderville yesterday at 7 a.m. on the Strip. We discussed the numerous issues we face and how important BIKEFEST and many other events are for the city of Lake Ozarks and the entire Lake of the Ozarks communities. Chief Lauderville, who I have known since he became our chief, has a very difficult job managing our police department as we expand and contract as tourists come and go. Our conversation resulted in Chief Lauderville's willingness to allow the Strip to be closed from Ballinger Road to the dam for bike parking. Our city attorney, Chris Rohr, suggested he would draft a temporary ordinance allowing the bike parking to take place for the BIKEFEST dates of 2021 only. This ordinance will be discussed at 2 p.m. today at a special meeting of the Board of Alderman. The board will have to vote to approve this short notice action. I'm optimistic our board will recognize the importance of this event and will vote in favor of this unusual measure to take quick action. Thank you, Chief Lauderville and Attorney Rohr, for creating a solution. So I'm going to try and get this out. I'm going to assume this 7 a.m. meeting was yesterday. He's posted this today, and the 2 p.m. meeting is today. If it was yesterday, I think there would have been official notice. I've got friends at the lake that are kind of keeping me apprised of anything they hear up there. So I want to say thanks to them, although I don't want to disclose their identities, for helping me get this information so I can share it with all of you. If you see this video before 2 p.m., there will be a link in the description down below for the City of Lake Ozarks Facebook page and for the mayor's. Please go out and show the mayor some support. Thank him for his efforts on trying to get this situation rectified. Maybe leave a comment on the city's page letting them know how important this issue is to you and to BIKEFEST as a community. So I suggest you do those things if you can. I'll let you know as soon as I know if there's new news. I have a video coming out tomorrow about things to do at BIKEFEST and my favorite things to do. Go check that out tomorrow when that releases. It'll be on Friday the 10th. Also, probably if there's new news on this, it'll be on my Facebook page, Instagram, or I'll do a YouTube post or video on it. So just keep following me if you want to know how this situation evolves. As far as the chief of police here, He has been very adamant against the biker community from what I understand. He's been very openly vocal against the open container, the Centerlane parking. He has promoted businesses putting signs up saying no colors, no patches, no rockers. I saw posts on Facebook already where people have been asked to leave from restaurants because they were wearing a vest with event patches or military support type patches. Not membership of clubs, not a membership of a motorcycle club or a military organization even. Not colors, just a leather vest that has like a military patch in the back, like support the military or what branch he was in or whatever, and like event patches. And he was asked to leave because of that. That is a problem. I think that is profiling. I think you're saying everybody that wears a vest and a patch is, bad when you do that. And, I'm not for that. So think about this. When the shooting occurred at Lake of the Ozarks, there was actually a law enforcement convention in town, and there was a bunch of law enforcement officers in the area off duty that responded to the shooting right away. Now, take that scenario, and what if all the restaurants and bars in that town had put up signs saying no law enforcement uniforms or no law enforcement served, because the actions of a few law enforcement officers that were negative this year have now been held against all law enforcement officers. Would that be right? It wouldn't. I don't promote, law enforcement officers being held accountable for the actions of a few members of that organization, of that profession, just like bikers and motorcyclists should not be held accountable for the actions of a few individuals who happen to be in MCs. I'm not defending the MCs. I'm not defending bad cops. What I'm saying is you can't punish the rest of us, whether it's law enforcement or bikers, for the actions of a few individuals that are in that same community. So think about that when you're putting signs up as a business. That's what you're doing. That whether you like it or not, that is what you're doing. So, if it's your business, do what you want. If you put a sign up like that, that says you don't want my business. So I will go elsewhere. And that's okay. By the same token, for the people that are promoting putting those signs up, just remember, that's how you're judging us. And do you want to be judged by the actions of a few bad individuals in your community? Now, I think I've got a solution for some of this. And, you guys leave me a comment and let me know if you'd support this. I understand that all the bikes coming into town, like this article talks about, means additional law enforcement presence necessary for public safety, things like that. They have concerns about, MCs coming to town and public safety. So why don't you put a couple officers up there at the top of the strip and at the bottom of the strip with the collection bucket? Do a little fundraising at this event for the local police department. Here's the deal. You treat me like a friend. You don't treat me like an enemy. You don't threaten to pull my bike. You tell me you need my help to keep this area safe and to keep this event safe, and I'll donate. I'll put $20 in a bucket if you got one out there taking donations for the Lake of the Ozarks Police Department to help provide safety for this event, because I want it to be safe. I have no problem with law enforcement enforcing the law. I don't want them creating laws. I don't want them pushing or advocating for changes in laws for their personal agenda. And I think that's the situation that's been going on, and I kind of understand why, but I think there's a better solution. So, I would encourage everybody to support Lake of the Ozark Police Department in their efforts to enforce the existing laws. I would also encourage the chief of police to embrace the biker community as an ally and not an enemy. Let us help you. We want this event to be safe and fun, just like it has been for the last 14 years. I don't think anybody out there wants this to turn into a shooting or for there to be problems that endanger public safety. So that's my 2 cents on this deal. I hope you guys agree. I hope you will, respect the outcome one way or the other. That doesn't mean you have to like it. If bars have signs up that say no colors and you wear a patch, don't go in there. Go somewhere else. There are other alternatives. I promise you. I guess on a final note, I would encourage everybody, regardless of how this turns out, and I'll continue to report on it, to abide by whatever the laws are. Don't, the cops, the foot cops out there are going to be doing their job. They got a boss to report to. They've got to do their job. So Don't break the law. Don't park in the center lane if we don't get the permit. Don't give them a hard time. Remember, they're doing their job. The question is, how do we fix this situation so everybody can have a good time at BikeFest? How do we rectify it for next year? And don't give them ammunition. Don't be an ass because you're upset about this, and give them ammunition to say, see what all these bikers did last year? Fights broke out, this and that. Somebody assaulted an officer because they called a tow truck because he was illegally parked. Don't give them fuel for the fire. Go have a good time. Enjoy the event. If you're upset about the stuff at the Strip, there's plenty of other places to go. The Harley dealers, Backwater Jacks, Shady Gators, Camden on the Lake. There's all kinds of bars and stuff over in Osage Beach. There's bars in Camden, Sunrise Beach. There's lots of stuff going on, lots of places to go without actually ever stepping foot on the Strip. Now, I will say I wish the bike parking was a little further up like it normally is. It's going to start down just below Leatherman's if this ordinance gets approved the way it's written. The street where this starts is just below Leatherman's. It's the majority of the Strip, but it's not quite as much as it usually is. They're, cutting out 10 or 15%. Unfortunately, Leatherman's is a great store. I hope it does not hurt their business. And I will definitely walk up to Leatherman's and, buy a t-shirt or something to help support them this year. If you want to find us at BikeFest, and this goes for anybody, including the chief, I will be at the Ice Hole from 11 to 1 for a moto meetup. I'll be there with the Badgers, with Ozark HD Riders, with Sinister Clutch. My girl Firecracker on Two Wheels will be there with me. Come hang out, come say hi, get a sticker, get a poker chip, and have a good time. Be peaceful at the rally. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel. And if you dig it, subscribe down below. Don't forget to ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support. Stay safe and keep on riding.